Hey. Hi guys, welcome back. All right, this is going to be today's topic video. It is going to be for the 14th of April. And tonight at midnight, the other one that'll be for the 15th will come out. I always like to put these guys out a little bit in advance, but I was gone for a bit, so I'm just getting us caught up. So what is the topic? The main message for the 14th of April is the Strength card. So we've got a lovely energy of power, fearlessness. We have somebody who's going to be able to reach out with curiosity instead of with fear to do something that maybe is unknown to them. This could be, it's funny because we have this little pup who is reaching out to pet the nose of a lion. And it's like, well, I know that you're an animal and I think you're vaguely familiar, but I'm not really sure what you are, but I'm going to reach out to you. I feel like somebody has the courage to reach out to another person, maybe someone that they view as much more, this could be like reaching out to somebody that a character is intimidated by, or someone that they really admire. It could be a character that's ready to reach out to someone that they view as stronger than themselves. This could be somebody who finally has the courage to reach out to someone they haven't talked to in a long time and say whatever it is that they need to say. The bottom line is it's time to do the brave thing. And sure enough, we have someone willing to do that. We have a Page of Cups. It could be reaching out with an emotional offer, a love offer, a sensitive, gentle offer for sure. I really think it's going to require a lot of power for this character to do it. But the fact that they're doing it at all speaks volumes about where they're at and who they've become. Especially because what they're reaching out with is something kind. It's the best of themselves. This energy of reaching out is, hopefully the recipient of this message will be kind and will be patient, because no matter who this is, it's reaching out. This is a beautiful, sensitive act, and an act of bravery on that person's behalf. So it kind of says, like, be kind if you're the recipient. We have the Sun. I don't think that'll be a problem because, in fact, I love this card so much. This little dog is so freaking happy. I think if the recipient, and you notice it in all of these situations, what we see is a diminutive size reaching out to a large creature, a diminutive, sensitive little cup being offered to someone who's bigger and up on shore. So somebody at a disadvantage reaching out to somebody with an advantage. And here again, we have a smaller dog being so happy that they finally reached out to the bigger dog, and the bigger dog was nice enough to let them sit beside them. Everything that I see says a character feels like they're at the disadvantage to be the ones reaching out. So I guess this message really is to be kind when someone has the courage to reach out at all. React with kindness, because this may seem simple, but it might be very big for them. Now, what is this about, right? Does this have to be like, oh, a lover is reaching out to somebody else, to say, will you forgive me? It could be an apology. But let's just put it this way. If somebody is in a stronger position, especially that maybe gives us more resources to be a little bit more generous. If one character is in a power position and the other one is at the disadvantage, to be compassionate at least. It keeps looking like the recipient has more resources to be compassionate or kind, and it really looks like it's going to make this person's day. So there is an energy of needing to be kind when someone conveys something. Now, I don't know what this is about. Is it about an apology? Is it coming from a lover? Is it coming from a friend? Is it coming from a fan? Is it coming from, I don't know, but this Sun card is like the most delightful thing ever. This looks exactly like how Aries smiles at me. That's probably why I love it so much. It's just so cute. Okay, so This is soulmate energy. We have a 6 of Cups and we have a 3 of Wands. Any way we slice it, and I don't know the backstory, but this is about a soulmate wanting to reach out to someone. This still doesn't have to be about love, but there is kindness in the midst of all this. And there is kindness that can be moved into the future. The future can be filled with plans of joyful energy and seeing like we're on the road to getting to the castle. We're on it's a little bit of like follow the yellow brick road stuff, but we have this golden light that is pointing the way. I just feel like if our character, who is a recipient of someone's message, acts with kindness, and if they admit that they're happy to hear from someone, regardless of what the circumstances were previously, if the character who receives this message, who, by the way, could be a Leo, since we have some strong Leo energy here, and that would make sense because they're in the leader position. So whomever is reaching out to, we'll say the leader, the Leo energy, they have something that they want to say to this Leo character. If the Leo character has any truth at all to the fact that I am happy to hear from them, bastard, like they might think that in their head too. Like I was so hurt by this person, or I was so upset by this person. But deep down, if I'm also still happy to hear from them at all, then let me go ahead and convey that. Like it just kind of keeps saying it behooves everyone to be clear on how we really feel. And this Leo character could be clear and honest and also still reserved. I mean, they could say, I am happy to hear from you. I'm happy that you're reaching out to say you're sorry. You put me through a lot of hurt. I always hoped one day you'd set things right with me, and that could be the message here. The bottom line is it makes this person thrilled that there is an opportunity for like a meeting of the minds to happen. There's a chance to heal wounds, even though I don't see huge wounds here per se. But let me go back one more time. I'm going to dig a little bit further on the Page of Cups. What exactly are they apologizing for, or what is the offer? Well, we have the Lovers, but this is 2 hearts that have always been interwoven. So this is not characters that went off and picked somebody else. These 2 hearts have always been bonded, but they have been as different as the sun and the moon. So we have 2 vastly different dogs here, but still interwoven. If they're apologizing for maybe not being present in any way other than, at that heart chakra level, like, I'm sorry I wasn't present, even though I felt bonded to you. This could be 2 people that lived in totally different areas. I will still say, any way we slice it, these 2 do things in completely different, opposite ways. Whatever that means. They look at life through a different lens. One person could have, with the moon here, could have represented somebody who wasn't transparent. The other person had been fully transparent, said, I love you. I said it openly. For whatever reason, you loved me, but you couldn't say it. Even though you felt it. If they're trying to apologize for that, it seems like it's very sincere, is all I can say. We have Gemini energy on that. So if our character handles this with a measure of benevolence and kindness, our lead character, the recipient of this message on the 14th, there is a piece of them that wants to go chihuahua mode, right? And, be an ankle biter. I'm not saying to really bite someone, right? But to make a bunch of noise. And, there's anger here. There's hurt here. There's, I almost feel like it could be both things. Our lead character could say, I am happy to hear from you. Now, let me tell you what you put me through, blah, 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 blah. And that might be fair for them to get a big old earful. I mean, just because a character is going to be honest and say, I am happy to hear from you, does not mean that it's all roses, right? And I have to say, the person who's coming in to try to give an apology, I almost think they're going to be so freaking thrilled just that our lead character is willing to talk to them at all, that right there is going to make their day. It'll also make, if our lead character has a lot of wrath to convey, a lot of hurt feelings to convey, I still think that, let me put it this way. Here's what I think this story is saying. When a character gets wounded by someone and that someone returns to try to make amends, if our lead character were to begin by, how dare you, the things that you put me through, blah, 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 it might just shut that person down and that apology won't go any further and there won't be any chance to heal. And if our lead character wants to be able to speak their piece, but also wants this person to actually fix things with them, then they kind of have to do it in this order instead. The truth is, I have wanted you to come back in and somehow make this right because this is how I felt. This is what happened. This is how it felt to me. And I've been obsessed over how badly you hurt me for a long freaking time. But if they lead with, yes, I'm glad to hear from you because all I've ever wanted was for you to fix all of this, because let me tell you, this is how I felt. This is what hurt I was caused. It's an interesting story, and I think a super valuable story, because I think that this actually says it more clearly, but doesn't take away the chance for a character to really get a lot of hurt off their chest. But I think it makes it so that if this person who's coming in to apologize is really sincere about an apology, if they didn't convey how they felt in the past, if they are coming in to say everything that they should have said a long time ago, they do have to have a platform to be able to say it. Now, if our lead character doesn't want to hear any of it, then by all means, lead with this, right? Forget it. Not interested. Not happy to hear from you. Don't want to hear from you. Get lost. You're the devil. That's fine. Our character can say that. They do not have to hear this person out. It just says in this storyline that they would like to. So I kind of think that that's, I don't know, I actually really like that message, because as hard as that would be, or maybe it's just because I'm a very flawed person, so I would struggle with, saying nice first and then saying, and now let me give you an earful. I tend to be spicy first, calm later. But that's not the best way to be. I'm working on that. We got the 8 of Wands. For there to be genuine communication, if the goal really is, yes, I want to hear from you also, yes, I want to piece this thing back together also, yes, I want you to fix things with me, yes, I want you to take away the hurt, then how are we going to have conversation if conversation isn't flowing? So this all says, let's use the power of light instead of darkness to try to get a conversation flowing. And that means characters have to be able to hear and they have to be able to communicate. So both of them are going to have to be able to have a safe space where it's yeah, I am happy to see you. And I am so mad at you and I'm so hurt and this has been awful and blah, blah, blah. Now tell me something that's going to fix all this. Tell me what the hell happened, and then they have to sit and really be willing to hear it out. It just looks like there's hurt in this, but there's so much hope and there's so much love. And I think that the person who's coming in with the apology, what we see is them over and over again, freaking ecstatic. They cannot believe how fortunate that they are that someone will hear them out, that the person that they want to fix things with is willing to hear them out, that this is still a soulmate, that they even want them back. Even though there's hurt and there's anger that has to be dealt with, still, I would say this is the most constructive way I've ever seen a storyline dealt with that had a lot of hurt and pain to it. So well done, characters. I tip my hat to all of you. You guys, good to see you. Oh, I'm glad you like the backdrop, dear. Hey, Nat Nats. Dwayne Anderson, I haven't said hi to you in ages. How are you, Dwayne? Hey, Sean. It's so funny, guys. I don't love this backdrop. In fact, it's probably my least favorite out of any I have. So I'm always so surprised. I love to hear what everybody thinks. And this is like, I can't wait to get rid of this one. I don't want to use it again. I've only ever used it once. And it's so garish to me. It's so much going on that like I just can't take it. It just clashes. So I always think it's funny. I mean, I'm super glad you guys like it. I wish I could embrace it, but thank you guys for being more like artistic minded than I am. My pleasure, Jessica. Thanks for being here. Hi, Eli. Really good to see you. Thank you, hun. Thanks for being here. All right, you guys, take care. I will see you again later on. I will say this will be the last day that I'll use this backdrop only because I need a change and I don't have clothes that I can wear in front of it. This is such a hard one to dress for. Dwayne, you like it too? Then maybe it's just me, you guys. Maybe I need to go like take a class in fine art or something or abstract art so I can fully appreciate it. Hey, Vampy, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. All right, you guys, take care. Bye. I'll see you again soon.